Hey guys, today we're in Tabs Handout 3. We're going to be doing something new today on Tabs Handout 3. So you need to kind of pay attention because you'll see it on Tabs Handout 3, 4, and probably 5 as well. The main thing is we've been doing tab stop positions that have only been left aligned. And today we're going to change that up a little bit. So you're going to see some tab stop positions that are center aligned, some tab stop positions that are right aligned. So I just want to kind of point this out to you in the directions. That way you kind of know where to look to understand not only where to set your tab stop positions, but also to look for those little keywords so you know whether to make it a left tab stop position, a center tab stop position, or even a right tab stop position. So let's go ahead and take a look at drill one's direction. So it says turn on center justification, change the font size to 14 and turn bold on. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll start by taking our mouse. We'll go up to our alignment section, which is actually our justification settings. We're going to find center alignment, choose center. We're going to change our font size to 14 and turn bold on. And then we're just going to simply type Greenup County High School personnel listing. These are just some of the people that hold positions in the high school. So after we do that, we're going to switch our font size back to size 12 and we'll turn bold off. I'm going to hit the enter key 2 times. And just like before, we still have to remember one of the most important settings is to switch from center alignment back to a left alignment. All right, so we haven't set our tab stop positions yet, but this is where we're going to kind of point it out in our direction. So you're going to see me take my mouse and kind of select it, highlight it. It says set a center tab for 1.5 inches and a right tab for 5.5 inches. So to do this, I'm going to take my mouse, go up to the 1.5 inch mark on the ruler, and I'm going to click with my mouse, but instead of choosing add a left tab stop position, I'm going to choose the second option, which is add a center tab stop position. Now, when we do that, we get a new looking symbol that pops up on 1.5. Before, we had kind of like a little triangle that kind of pointed to the right. This time we have a diamond shape. So the diamond represents a different type of tab stop position. All right, and then the directions tell us to set a right tab for 5.5. So I'm going to take my mouse, go over to the 5.5 mark on my ruler. I'm going to click with my mouse button. And this time I'm not adding a left tab stop. I'm not adding a center tab stop, but I'm adding a right tab stop. So when I click that, we get a triangle, but it's pointing in an opposite direction. All right, so I'm going to hit the tab key and it'll jump to the 1.5 inch spot. Now on a normal document, if I turn on bold and underline and I started typing, it would just kind of type left to right. But because this is a center tab, you're going to kind of see it spread out from the middle. And I'm going to hit tab to jump to the 5.5. And this time, instead of it typing from the middle, typing left to right, we're going to see our text kind of go right to left. All right, so I'm going to turn bold and underline off. I'll hit enter. Still works the same way, it's just a process. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit so we can see all the data. I'm going to type out Jason Smith. He's our principal. Hit enter. I'll hit tab. Miranda Peck. Hit tab. It jumps over to the right to the 5.5. Vice principal. Hit enter. I'll hit tab. Who's? I'll hit tab. Vice principal. All right, so I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to sit here and listen to me. but you can still watch. I'll try to speed it up to where it does this really quick. Yeah, so after you get done typing, it should look similar to the picture that was above it. All the information in the first column is center aligned. All the information in the second column is right aligned. All right, so when you get done with that, you can scroll down to the second page. Now, the second page is going to have something new. So on the drill 2, we still have our section for tabs. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this before we start typing because I want to point out the new thing. So it says clear tabs, set a center tab for 2.5, second center tab for 4.5, and a right tab for 6.4. Now that's only 3 tab stop positions, but there's 4 columns of data on drill 2. So what that means is after we do the title and stuff and we get to the point where we're going to type our information, we don't hit tab for anything that's going to be in the first column. So like when we type, like after we type Craftsman cordless tools on the title, we'll hit enter twice, switch it to align left. But then our cursor is already going to be on the left. So we can just start typing tool. We don't have to hit tab before we start typing that column of information. So I'll kind of show that to you here in just a second. I just wanted to point it out so that way you wouldn't be confused. So the directions on drill 2 tell us once again, turn center on, switch to size 14 font, turn bold on, type Craftsman cordless tools. We'll take our font size down to 12, turn bold off, hit enter twice, for our alignment back to align left. I'm going to turn bold and underline on, but this is where our cursor's on the left and our first column's on the left, so we do not have to hit the tab key before we type the word tool and set my tabs. So let me back up. So our directions tell us to set a center tab at 2.5, to set another center tab at 4.5, and then to set a right tab at 6.4. I was going to tell you to set a right tab at 6.5, but the margin little triangle kind of gets in the way. So we're just going to switch it down to 6.4. So that way it's a little bit easier and you don't accidentally click on the wrong tab or the wrong triangle, sorry. All right, so I've got bold and underline on. I'm going to type tool. I'll hit tab, it jumps over to 2.5. This column is center aligned. Type battery type, I'll hit tab, it jumps over to 4.5. Availability. And finally I'll hit tab and it jumps over to 6.4 and we have that backwards triangle to show us that this is a right aligned column, and we'll type price. I'm going to turn bold and underline off, hit enter once. We do not have to hit tab before we start typing drill driver. I'll hit tab and type in 19.2 volt. I'll hit tab, jumps under availability, still center aligned, and we'll type in store. And then we'll hit tab, jump over to 6.4. We'll type out 49.99. All right, so once again, I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit so you don't have to sit there and listen to me read this information to you. So just give me a minute and I'll type this out. All right, thanks. All right, yeah, so I've finished typing out drill 2. So when you get done, it should look kind of similar to the way my screen currently looks. I still have on drill 3 the scoring guide for today. So notice on the scoring guide that it says like set a center tab, set a right tab. So if you do these and you forget to read the directions and you type out like left tabs, one, it's probably not going to line up. It's probably not going to work. It's going to drop some of your data down in inappropriate spots. So make sure you're following the directions on today's handouts for both drill 1 and drill 2. When you get done, this should earn you another easy 50 points today. All right, guys, thanks for watching.